be.
I'm Janet Jones, the Happiness Millionaire. I met recently with Edna and Edna, two inspiring 90-plus-year-old ladies, to ask them all the questions you wish you had answers to before you got older. Edna and Edna live in Yorkshire, England, and I went along to their day centre run by Age UK to talk openly about romance, money, death and laughter. These series of short interviews share their secrets to a long and happy life. Well, good morning, Edna and Edna. We have Edna Gammerson and we have Edna Ryan from Huddersfield in Yorkshire. And it's great. Thank you so much for your time this morning. You are going to share some fabulous knowledge with lots of women from all over the world. Can you just tell me a little bit about yourself, Edna, about your life and what you've done in your life, that kind of thing?
Well, I started out when I worked at Burton's, you know, the place where they make suits. And then during the war, I was a conductress. And then after the war, I got married and I had a baby. And that was me. That what really started my life when I got married and had a baby.
Yeah.
So,
wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you. And Edna, what about you?
During the war, I worked as a bricklayer's labourer, I say. You did, funny funny.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Great. That's really quality job, isn't it?
Oh, we're really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we really enjoyed it.
Uh-huh.
I have 3 children. My husband now is stand.
Yeah. What about when you were starting out in relationships? What was it like in your day?
Do you mean when...
Boyfriends.
Boyfriend?
Yes.
Well, have you quite a...
Yeah, I've got a while. Yeah.
Well, I was a teenager in the war when the was that, and I must say I had a marvellous teenage. I went out every night.
Oh yeah.
I was because I didn't get married until after the war, so I was single and I enjoyed myself for the war. I must really say I did. I was never in a night, you know.
Yeah.
It were because it was that sort of a time.
So how did you meet guys then, men?
Because I lived in Leeds and it
Right.
was full of soldiers.
Oh.
And so you couldn't turn round without there were one talking to you.
Yeah.
So
Right.
I can't say that it was a bad war because I had a good
A
time.
good time.
Were you married then?
Yes.
Were you?
Yeah.
Oh no, I
yeah,
wasn't
with
married.
Air Force. He went to
were
Air
they?
Force.
And so how did you meet your husband? Was he a soldier?
Actually, I'd known him, his family for years, and his sister and my sister were friends.
Right.
And they asked, he came home and, well, he was a regular soldier and he'd finished first and he came out and he'd no friends or anything, so they took him, the 2 sisters took him out and said, would you like to come?
Right.
And that was it.
Yeah. Love at
Yeah,
first
when you
sight.
met
That
him.
was it.
And how old were you then?
Oh, let me see. How old were I?
Approximately.
I was 18 when war started. About 24.
Right.
But I'd been engaged twice before. Before that. And I'd broken it off both times because...
Well, you've got to know, haven't you?
Yeah,
You've got to know
and
that
I
it's
knew-
the right thing.
And then when I met Jim, I knew that he was the one. And
Yeah.
he says to me, we aren't getting engaged, he says, because you're too fond to give it ring back.
So, Edna, what about you? And,
Well, I was married, I think I was 18 and 19.
yeah.
And the first babies I had were twins,
Right.
but I never saw them because they died. They only £1.5 and £2,
Oh.
and never saw them or
Oh,
anything.
didn't you? And did you go full term with them, the full pregnancy?
Yes.
Yeah, did you? That
But
must have been hard.
no, I couldn't do because I can't remember.
Yeah, yeah,
So long.
Yeah.
right. And getting over losing those twins, I mean, presumably that was a real heartache at the time.
Yes, but I was young, you see it. I don't think
How old were
it's
you?
like it would be now. I lost him straight away, you know.
Right. So what were you, a teenager or early 20s?
Beginning 20.
Yeah, yeah.
20.
Yeah. And did you just, you know, get back up, dust yourself
Oh,
down
yes,
and carry
yes.
on?
Yeah.
Is that a war mentality, do you think?
It's it.
It is. There were no other point of doing anything else. You just to get
You
on
just,
with it.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
But isn't that the most positive way of dealing with things?
Oh yes, definitely. It's better than going into a decline and wanting antidepressants.
Yeah.
Definitely
Yeah.
better than that.
I never thought about that.
No, I
you know, I
didn't,
just
no.
carried on.
You just
you
carry
know,
on.
as you
You've
do.
no choice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there's always choices. There's two choices. You can either choose to get up, dust yourself down and get on, or you choose to actually go within and be unhappy and let the unhappiness eat up.
Yeah, well, we
But
did.
they're always the choices, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Mind you, my mother would have clipped me one if I'd have been gone into a deep.
Oh,
Don't you
no.
start with that.
Yeah.
Don't you start with
Yeah.
tablets like that. We're having that.
I love that. I can see her clipping you around the ear.
Yeah, I can as well.
Yeah.
Old as I was.
So how did you meet your guy, and what was that like dating for you? So you say you were married in the Second World War, or did you marry just before the Second World War or during?
Can't remember.
Can't remember.
I know it was on my birthday, 5th of August.
Do you know what I'm loving about this? There's no point worrying about anything because you're going to forget about it anyway.
Oh, yeah.
That's true.
Happy. I don't wanna live a day without you. I just wanna be the one that makes you happy. Happy.